My parents started me in piano, and that just did not work. I didn't like it. I was sitting. It just wasn't the right thing. I loved music. I used to, when I was very small, dance in our living room, and my dad would come home from work, sit in his chair, turn on classical music, and just close his eyes. And I would, dance around the living room. So they finally decided, well, let's try dance, and that worked. So dance from the time I was small until high school. And in high school, I met Heinz Pohl. I came to Akron. I lived in Cleveland, came to Akron, and auditioned for his school. And I'd never auditioned for anything before in my life, And he was very scary to me, very piercing blue eyes and very serious person. And I was accepted into the school, and I loved it. I just loved it. It was very serious. I loved the fact that I really didn't feel necessarily that I was competing with someone else, but I was working on myself. And I was, believe it or not, people that know me would laugh about this, but I was a very quiet child. I really hardly ever spoke. And I just found that this was a way I could express myself, and I felt more confident doing that. I didn't feel anybody was going to criticize anything I had to say. And it was my way of expressing it and growing myself. So that's how I started with Heinz Pohl in 1968. I was taken in as an apprentice to Ohio Ballet, which back then was called Akron Chamber Ballet. And there were 8 of us in the beginning. There were 8 dancers to begin with. We were actually the first class for the University of Akron dance department. So I'm a pioneer of the dance department at the University of Akron. It's interesting because, when you talk to people about dance, those that have never gone to a dance performance before or who aren't very familiar with it, there are many who say, well, dance, yeah, but, I'd rather see football or, and I get it. And maybe truly that's the case. But our dance festival is what I call a kind of a non-threatening way to come and have that experience where you can have a picnic, you can bring a date, you can bring your family, you don't have to spend any money. If you don't like it after one piece, you can leave. But everybody usually does like it. And I'll tell you why that is. It's because everybody dances. Even if you don't go out and dance publicly, when you were a little one, you got up and you moved to music. Everybody dances. It is so universal. It's in our DNA and we don't even know it. And dance is a wonderful way of bringing people together. It's, I think, the perfect art form to take into communities. And the bigger and the better, the more amazing, that's great. But you don't have to speak, but yet you can. You can use all your senses within dance to translate a message to people, or people can just watch and enjoy it. And maybe they don't understand the message. It doesn't matter. If they like it or they don't like it, that's okay. So I think it's an art form that really absolutely does translate to everybody, even if you don't think it does or you don't realize it. And I find so many people that come to the dance festival that realize that later on, or they walk away and they go, I wasn't sure I was going to like this, but I liked that middle piece, or I liked all of it, or something. There's something there that's intimate and instinctive in each one of us with dance, I think.